Hey guys, Quentin here from MoElk Outdoors. Thanks for tuning in to another video. Today we are setting up the Hoyt RX10 bow. It's an 80-pound carbon bow. I'm really excited to see how this thing goes.
Before we dive too deep into the setup, I want to talk about the bow and each component I decided to put on it. I'd like to note that I'm not trying to sell you anything. These are my favorite options in the archery world that I found working as a bow technician. The components and bow I chose are the most physically and aesthetically appealing options to me. Since I don't like my shoulders, I decided to buy an 80-pounder. In all reality, I shoot more than my fair share and am conditioned to shoot a high poundage bow. Why shoot an 80-pound bow? Well, I've been blessed with a whopping 27-inch draw length, so I need some alternative to picking up speed besides lighter arrow weight. I plan on using this bow for elk, deer, caribou, and any other western big game animal, so I need all the kinetic energy I can gather. The Hoyt RX10 is simply one badass piece of equipment. Hoyt ensures each model they produce can withstand 1,500 dry fires. I like reliable and durable equipment, so that played a factor in my decision. The RX10 has an IBO speed of 342 feet a second, a 6 1/8 inch brace height, 30.5 inches axle-to-axle length, weighs 4.1 pounds, and comes in a variety of colors. In addition, Hoyt added the new XTS tuning system. If you've ever tuned a bow using a yoke system, the XTS tuning system will make perfect sense to you. It's just a pressless version with a little more modularity. It allows you to fix a wide variety of tears from both up and down to left to right. The RX10 is Hoyt's carbon bow, which should help combat Montana's colder days, as well as reduce vibration in comparison to an aluminum bow. I chose this over my current bow, the Bowtech Solution LS, because I like the new tunability the RX10 brings. It also offers me a smoother draw cycle, increased limb options, and overall just better shootability. I put the 10 up against the Hoyt AX329, PSE Sicario, PSE Mach 30, Darton Tritech, Bowtech Alliance, and a couple of others. I felt that it held the best on target. The bow shot good for me. If you're thinking about buying a new bow, that's what I would advise you to do. Go to a local pro shop and buy what shoots and feels the best. Don't buy what looks cool online. Movable sights are the tripod of archery equipment. They're modern, they're in style, and in my opinion, they're a must-have. If you head into Coos deer country without a tripod, odds are you won't see much. A tripod gives you stability to slow down, pan the landscape, and really pick it apart until an animal finally reveals itself. It's the same concept with a movable sight. Show up to Total Archery Challenge and shoot the hardest course without one, you're gonna break arrows. Without the ability to dial, distance becomes a guessing game. A sliding sight lets you slow the shot down, dial with confidence, and shoot accurately at extended ranges. The dialed proof is easily my favorite option when it comes to sights. After hearing recommendation after recommendation, and finally getting the chance to run one myself, the decision became pretty easy. I went with the new rust-colored proof. Built right here in the USA, this sight comes packed with a laundry list of impressive features that go far beyond just looking good. The angled elevation system allows me to push my effective dialing range to just shy of 180 yards, while still maintaining proper vane and broadhead clearance. The clearly labeled first, second, and third axis adjustment make leveling the sight straightforward and dependable, especially when shooting in uneven terrain or steep angles. Weighing in at roughly 9 ounces, it keeps my bow light without sacrificing durability. The smooth micro-adjust windage makes sighting in precise and frustration-free, while the dual sight tape rings give me the flexibility to run multiple arrow setups without completely rebuilding my sight tape. And honestly, with its aggressive, futuristic design, it looks like it came straight out of Star Wars. Which certainly doesn't hurt. With performance, adjustability, and design all working together, this was the easiest decision of my entire bow build. I've shot whisker biscuits in the past, and while they're undeniably reliable, accuracy has always been a trade-off, especially once broadheads enter the picture. They'll get narrow downrange, but they don't forgive much when you start pushing the distance. Over time, I've gravitated toward limb-driven rests, For one simple reason: reliability without thought. There's no button to remember, no lock to second guess. You draw the bow, and the rest does exactly what it's supposed to do. I've run cable-driven rests like the quad before, and liked it. The lockup feature is slick, and the micro adjustment is incredibly fine. On a range or in a controlled environment, they're hard to fault, but after enough miles in rough country, bows coming off and on backpacks, crawling through brush, packing into deep backcountry, I started thinking less about convenience and more about simplicity. Anything tied into the cable system, no matter how reliable, adds another variable. And that is where the Hamskea R7 separates itself. It's a refined evolution of the Everest, a rest that already had a rock-solid reputation. The R7 improves on it in every meaningful way. The micro adjustments are smoother, faster, and far more intuitive, making fine-tuning for perfect arrow flight and broadhead alignment almost effortless. Clearance is noticeably improved, which matters when you're running big vanes and want zero interference at the shot. The limb-driven system keeps timing consistent shot after shot, which is critical when you're paper tuning, bare shaft tuning, and making sure your broadheads group exactly where your field points do. In real hunting scenarios, the R7 also brings peace of mind. If something does happen, just retie the rest back onto the limb. Field repairs are straightforward and easy. No cable timing concerns, no complicated lockout procedures. It's simple, durable, and predictable. The kind of gear that fades into the background once it's set, letting you focus on the shot instead of the equipment. At the end of the day, this isn't about one rest being better than another. It's about choosing the system that fits how and where you hunt. For me, the Hamskea R7 offers the perfect balance of precision, durability, and simplicity, especially when broadhead accuracy and backcountry reliability matter most. If you're balling out on a bow, buy once, cry once. Set it up so you can use it for the next 20 years. I chose the Hoyt Go Sticks mainly for their practicality. I spend a lot of time setting my bow down in the field, whether that's at the range, around camp, or when I'm glassing, and I like not having to lean it against a tree or lay it in the dirt. The Go Sticks give the bow a stable place to stand on its own, which is one less thing to think about. They also add a bit of usable weight that helps the bow settle without making it feel bulky. I went with the Hoyt Super Light Quiver, because hence the name, it's super light. In addition, it's color matched to the bow. It holds my arrows and weighs close to nothing. That's all you can really ask out of a quiver. On the downside, spending $250 on it almost gave me a heart attack. I don't know why Hoyt needs to make this quiver so damn expensive. That's my only complaint. I haven't fully decided on my arrow setup, but I'm aiming for somewhere in that $440,000 range. Right now, I'm shooting some RIP TKO 300s and plan to use some rendition of that. This should produce solid penetration without sacrificing my trajectory. Despite my arrow choice, I plan on going with the Beast broadhead. They are tough, sharp, and one of the best options in the mechanical broadhead department. I like mechanicals because I like my broadheads to fly like my field points. Sometimes, fixed blades, you fight that issue. Now that you know about the bow and what's going on it, let's dive deep into some of the setup. Part of the footage was corrupted, so I apologize for some of the sporadic footage. At the end of the video, head down to the comments and let me know your thoughts on the color and components I chose. This Georgia clay color is getting a lot of mixed reviews. Alright, first things first, we're going to put a D-loop on, throw in a peep, and start putting on components. And a half, 80.6. So I'm gonna try to get this tear out with the tuning system. It might be a little much for it, but what you're gonna do is loosen these set screws up and you're gonna tighten the right side and loosen the left side. Here we go. I'll take that for now. $299. So $413.
So with this dialed sight, you got your set screw here, and then this is your micro from left to right. So I'm hitting a little bit left. I'm just gonna move it to the left. Couple clicks. Pretty smooth. I like the way it sounds. First adjustment, second adjustment, third adjustment. We're getting there. I'm gonna end on this group for today. Shot about 12 arrows. Got it pretty dang close. I mean, they're all on the X, so it's a good place to start for tomorrow or whenever I pick the bow up again. Now it's 10:30, so it's been a long day, but I'm super stoked to have this new bow. I mean, I can't complain. Going home with the new RX10. Thanks for watching, guys. Check us out on Instagram, MoElk Outdoors, TikTok, same thing. If you like this video, subscribe. See you later.